Here we go then. So I was just in cameraing this car. It's a new wing and a bumper local. Nice quick job. We love these in the shop. We can turn them around really quickly, which is good for customer satisfaction. But I did notice while I was cleaning up the new wing, getting it ready for wet and wet, the stone chip hadn't been applied to the front wing. Now, I'm in the booth most of the time, and you know, sometimes this will slip through our fingers. So all I'm doing here is I'm making a template of where the stone chip line is and where it lines up on the sill edge, and then all I'm doing here is I'm transferring the that template onto the car, from the car onto the wing, should I say. And this is all it's going to do is save me a few minutes, but it's a few minutes that I can't spare to possibly go out and line the wing up on the car. You know, we're going to have to pull the bagging off. It's going to make a mess. So the best thing for me to do is to make a template. And I'm not going to use the spray gun either. I'm not going to use your stone chip gun. I'm going to probably end up spending way too much time masking up the wing, you know, because the pressure that comes out of them, it leaves like a big, it's almost like overspray, but it's more of a splatter with the stone chip gun. So what I'm going to do is I'm just pouring this on here to a bit of red scotch, an old bit that's just been discarded. We're not using it anymore, so I'll just clog it up with this lovely stone chip here. And I'm just going to bang it in all the grooves first. I'm going to try and get all the hard to reach areas just to make sure that it is fully sealed, because it's more of a texture that I'm going for with the Scotch Brite. I'm not trying to get a big thick edge. I'm just trying to replicate the texture. I'm not going to whack it on. If it was the stone chip gun, it's going to put quite a lot of product on there. So I'm just being nice and gentle with it, making sure all my edges are covered, because it needs to be right. I could probably have got away with just painting this wing and not many people would notice. You know, some inspectors, I doubt they're going to get down on their hands and knees. And it wasn't an overly textured as well. It wasn't a big thick line that was on the car anyway. I think that's probably why it was missed on the car. It's quite smooth, but there is definitely a stone chip line there. I managed to clock it, so I just pulled this little trick out of the bag. I did decide to record it as well. One of the sort of, I would say, less experienced painters in the body shop had never seen this before, and he was like, "Oh, that's a good trick. You know, next time this comes up, you should film it." So when I did notice this, I did. Almost like we'd planned it, but we hadn't, and I'd forgot to press record on putting the wet and wet on the wing there. Not much to see. I do really like the wet and wet that we use. It's the Standox U7590, and because this is an OEM part, we didn't need to prep the wing at all. So it's a DTS, it's direct to substrate or direct to metal like a DTM primer. We can just whack it straight on the panel if the E-coat that's on there is perfectly smooth, which it was in great shape. So we were able to just put one good coat of wet and wet on the top of it, and off we went. As soon as that dried, base coat straight on. Again, one of the reasons I love the Standox system is it's so quick. Over your conventional sort of paints where it's a 2 coats and a drop, this is like a coat up. So I'm doing sort of 180% coat here, and then I'll put a second coat over the top, which is probably I like to call it a drop coat. It's not really a drop coat, it's probably a bit more than that. It's like a 50% coat, just back over the top. But all I'm doing is I'm backing the gun up slightly, and a bit slower, but like I say, I'm not hoofing it on. This is just helping me complete the coverage or the hiding of the primer, and that's it. This is flashed off. A cheeky look at the stone chip there, just to show you what it looked like, and then we're straight in for clear. So as I was saying, if this is a conventional paint system with the 2, I'd still be waiting. This would be my second coat that would be going on now, and then I'd have to wait, and then a drop coat, and then I'd be getting into the clear coat. So I'm straight in now. One sort of flash off session, and we're straight into lacquering, which is good, you know, like nice little jobs like this. This was in and out. New wing, no need to blend. I can't remember if it was a metallic or solid black, but you know, you get really good colour matches with these real dark ones anyway. Not to mention that the Standox system's got a really good colour matching. You know, the camera's phenomenal for us. We get really high readings. But yeah, we're straight in here. Always like to do the edges first, just to make sure there's nothing worse than having a job come back with a dry edge or anything like that. So yeah, just one coat, get it all on there, let it dry, bang the next one on, and you know, see you later. I do like to keep the jobs clean so that it's this, you know, it's done. See you later. Have a good one.